Hello friends, today's topic is baby daddy problems. Let's rant.
Okay, so I'm gonna do a little 3.5. This is gonna be about the people surrounding him. I don't want to go too deep into these people because at the end of the day, these people reacted on how he was, what he said, what he did. They didn't use their own brain and step back. Even most of them who are mothers, didn't say, "Wait a minute." So I got beef because of that, but at the same time, I don't got beef because I was the same fool at one point. So if you like it, I love it, but we gonna stay over here, me and my son. So when it comes to the lady filler, two things she did. One thing she did was she was laughing when I saw her. She was laughing. And I was like, and let me tell you what triggered me. My best friend is like a seer, right? And she was like, she just kept telling me when I was crying, she was like, "You're gonna get the last laugh. You're gonna get the last laugh." And I was like, they laughing at me? And when I saw her laughing, I was like, right? So I told my baby daddy, like, listen, your girl a little bit too disrespectful for me. I said, when I came along and your youngest was being born or had just was born, yeah, that's another story too. Your youngest was born. Because when I met him, he pursued the heck out of me. I wasn't trying to be with this man. First of all, he was too old for me. I didn't even know he had all these damn kids until like I had got my black backbone out and I was stigmatized. But I was like, let me tell you something. When I first came around and you and your baby mama, whatever was going on with y'all, and them kids was here, your baby mama came to the house, I got out of Dodge, I got out the way, and I respected that woman. Because at the end of the day, that's the mother of your child. And I never want to be the reason you don't see your child. I would have never, ever, ever disrespected her, and I would have never laughed in her face, knowing that y'all have whatever tumultuous situation y'all have going on. Whether I agree with you or don't agree with you, it doesn't matter. I would have never did that. So apparently he went and had a conversation with the woman. But when he had the conversation with the woman, one day, me and him, we was off and on, just like any other thing. It wasn't nothing spectacular. It was, I think, a Mike Tyson fight, and I wanted to watch the fight. Well, he had it on pay-per-view, so I went over there. Well, I'm over there with my son because at this point, my son is born. And I'm going to go backwards, but just stick with me because I want to talk about these little people that's not really important. When I went over there, I'm sitting on his sofa. His sofa sits low. Well, she walks up. She pops up, for one. Talking about she got to use the bathroom. She popped up a lot. She would pop up a lot, and it seemed to irritate him. That's the disposition he gave me. Like, it would irritate him that she would just pop up, but that's not my business. You have her thinking she's something she's not. You have her thinking you're something you're not. So that's not my business. So I'm sitting there with my baby like, Lord have mercy, here we go. So, because at the end of the day, I have a baby for this man, and when I say baby, I mean my baby was like a few months old at this point, like 2-3 months old. So she comes in, I'm holding my baby, and I'm watching them fight. He gets up, he go deal with her. Well, he must have went to the back to do something, so she walks up on me, and she said, "Do you know who I am?" I wanted to be like, "Bitch, number 6? I don't fucking know you." I knew who she was, but I need you to know that you was a number. Just like I'm a number. I'm baby mama number 5 or 6, who knows? You're woman number whatever. But don't play with me. But I just looked at her like, no. So she said whatever she got to say. She's like, yeah, well, I just want to talk to you about laughing in your face. I wasn't trying to laugh in your face. Da-da-da. And I was like, yes, you were. So she started going back, no, I'm not, da-da-da. Mind you, she's standing over me. I'm holding my son, and I feel threatened because I want to get up and I want to punch her in her throat. So my baby daddy comes over there, snatches her, throws her in the kitchen. What are y'all doing? Why are you yelling at her? She's like, well, I just started to say, he's like, what are you doing? What's going on? What are you doing? So she's trying to explain herself, but I stepped in. I got up. I said, no, at this point, I want to know what's going on. I said, I'm not sure what made you comfortable enough to come and introduce yourself to me and come and proceed to talk about laughing or not laughing. But let me be clear. You and I ain't friends. We will never have a friendship. This whole situation was handled wrong. You will never have a relationship with my son. So you and I have nothing to talk about. If this boy was serious about you, he would have introduced you as his woman and he would have made us respect each other. But he didn't do that. He just have you on one side and me on another. Stay on your side. Mind you, he's standing right there. He never corrected me. He never told me stop. He never told me nothing. He just stood right there and looked. I said, are we clear? She said, understood. She got her stuff and she left. Now, I'm sure they had their own back and forth. Mind you, my baby a few months at this point, my baby 4 now, and they still together, child, still doing back and forth stuff. And he still talks about her like a dog. But that's not my business. I got a problem with her for approaching me at a time. She's a mother. She's a mother. So she should understand how I feel about this whole scenario. But instead, she just want to win the prize. She want to win the guy. You got it. Congratulations, you won a boatload of bullshit and problems. Congratulations, because I'm over here scot-free with my Cuban. Eating concrete, or however you see it. Shit. So another thing is, and I'm saying all this in this part because I don't let my son go around him like talking about it. I don't let my son go around him with all these different people. And just in case these people watching, because I know they are, and they will eventually, let me explain to you why I don't let my son come around. When he went to starting to tell everybody that I was pregnant with my son, he was telling me y'all responses. And according to him, one of y'all was upset. One of y'all was upset talking about that my child was going to, I'm talking about grown-ass women. One of y'all was upset that my child was going to take away your time. The other one was crying and upset, talking about the minute she's giving birth, let me know the minute she goes into labor. What? What kind of witchcraft you trying to do on me? What type of hate? Mind you, I almost died having my son, so that's a whole nother series video, I'm going to put it. But she said that another one, the little girl, one of the daughters said she was going to kick my son in the head when he came onto this earth. And when I told her, now she's real small. She was real small at the time. So I was like, look, you need to tell her that's not right. He didn't want to correct her. The other woman was talking about, yeah, she wanted me to know I was pregnant because she want me to be jealous. I want you to be jealous of my baby. Another one was upset talking about, well, what you got to talk, when I FaceTimed them talking about what you got to talk to a woman. It was everything y'all negative y'all said, he told me. And that's why I don't want my son around y'all, because y'all are weird. He's not none of our man. He's community dick. And you're weird. He told me the oldest daughter, when we found out it was a boy and we was naming him a junior, the oldest daughter was adamant about me changing my child, not naming my child junior so she could name her child junior. I thought that was weird too. Your child cannot be a junior because your dad is your dad, not your child's dad. And to ask me to change my child's name because you want it to be something is a slap in the face. And the way it was presented to me was very ugly. So the reason my child don't go around all these people or y'all is because the boy brought it to me as though y'all had a problem with my son being on this earth. Therefore, I do not trust y'all. And I definitely do not trust him to protect my son. Therefore, he's going to be over here until I feel like he's old enough to call my phone and articulate, come get me immediately. Something is wrong in the atmosphere. That's why my son don't come around y'all. Not because I'm keeping him away from his daddy, because he could choose to spend time with just his child, but he don't want to do that. He wants to whore and be with his children at the same time. And I don't trust y'all, so he won't be going. Okay? And if anything, if my fucking son sneezes wrong, I'm calling the police.
Crazy video. What do you think about this video? Comment down below and thank you for watching.